This next one was sent to CornyDriveThru at gmail.com from Jim Valley.
Is that the Jim Valley?
The Jim Valley, the famous Jim Valley. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
You could say that, I guess, back and forth. You've talked in the past about business in the Memphis area tanking after Jerry Lawler lost the Loser Leaves Town match to Bill Dundee in 1985. Looking back now, do you think there was anything that could have been done? Like bringing in a new top babyface and heating them up sooner? Or any other star they could have brought in to maintain business, or at least keep it from dropping as much as it did? Using hindsight, how would you have booked the territory to set it up for success without Jerry Lawler? Or was Lawler simply irreplaceable and they should have learned that lesson from when Lawler was out with a broken leg in 1980?
Jim Valley's a friend of yours, right?
He is.
I'll take it easy on him, because his whole question is off kilter. I've never said in my life that business tanked after Lawler lost the Loser Leave Town match in December 1985. It did for a few weeks, but what I've talked about was the broken leg that he referenced, which was, that was an existential issue for the Memphis territory, because especially Memphis. Louisville was okay. Evansville was what Evansville was during that year. Nothing set the world on fire, but Memphis really dropped bad without Lawler. When he did the Loser Leave Town match in 85 with Dundee, that was simply to freshen him up for the eventual return. Now, the story that I've heard and what I may have commented on in the past was that they intended to leave him out longer, but business was suffering, so it was time to pull the trigger on it, and that's when they brought Lawler back in March around the angle where Jeff Jarrett, who had just been starting to referee, was attacked by Buddy Landell and Bill Dundee, and Jerry Jarrett got involved, and they went for his good eye because everybody knew Jerry was blind in one eye. And Eddie Marlin was Jeff's grandfather and Jerry's son-in-law, but Eddie Marlin was the authority figure in the promotion, so he rescinded the Loser Leave Town ruling on Lawler so that Lawler could come back and team up with Dutch Mantell to get even with Bill Dundee and Buddy Landell, and that's where they did that incredible Texas death match that went, 40 falls? And, in that program, and I think that may have been the last sellout of the Mid-South Coliseum for wrestling.
I think so.
Because Lawler and Curt Hennig in 87, they jacked up the ticket prices, but only did about 9,000 people.
And Lawler and Idol in 87, I don't think sold out either.
No, they bigger ticket prices again, but didn't quite sell out. So that was a planned absence. The one where Lawler broke his leg and was out for the majority of the year, that was obviously unplanned and much more serious, because without Lawler for a long period of time, Memphis was dying. And they had teased him coming back, and he tried to come back a couple of times, but ended up re-injuring the injury because he came back and had the match with Killer Carl Krupp, where since Lawler still had his leg in a cast, they made Krupp put on a plaster cast from his hip to his foot also, and they had a cast match. But Lawler, legitimately in the cast, in the process of beating Killer Carl Krupp with a leg drop with the plaster cast, hurt his own fucking injured leg, and it set his recovery back. But they were getting desperate by fall. Because business in the modern era had never been that bad. And they tried everybody. It's just, you could run the rest of the territory without Lawler, and it'd be okay. It wouldn't, and you ain't going to sell out anything, and it ain't going to set the world on fire, but it probably wouldn't fall completely apart because Lawler had taken time away from the other towns in the past, and the people were more used to it. But in Memphis, if the Coliseum ran 2 or 3 weeks in a row without Lawler, you started seeing it. No matter what they did, it would drop. So anyway, that was the thing. They were going to keep him out a bit longer, but things were putrid. So they heated up Dundee and Landell with the thing with Jeff and Jerry and all that stuff as an excuse to bring Lawler back, and then they ended up selling out to Mid-South Coliseum. So it all worked out well in the end.
All right, Jim. Well, before we wrap things up with what may be our final question, a couple quick things here at the end of the show. I did want to mention, because several people did get in touch with us, you did not watch the XPW Dark Side episode, correct? So we're not going to review it.
I did not. I did not, because I categorized that along with the bank addicted drug robber segment, and did not watch that because I don't want to give any support to these garbage people that do these garbage things. However, next week's going to be the steroid trial, so this week we should mention that. That'll be a good one.
Is that a one-part or a two-part?
I think it's just one part, and I wish it was longer, but
all right.
Unfortunately.
One other thing I want to mention, and we said that someone would gobble it up, and they did. Jim, can you type in a website for me real quick?
Sure. What do you want me to type in?
Type it. NashIsOnDixie'sLap.com.
Oh no. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get my keyboard out here.
Once again for everyone, NashIsOnDixie'sLap.com.
Wait a minute. Nash is on Dixie'sLap.com. Oh, well, I guess I shouldn't have put the fucking apostrophe in there.
No, you can't put an apostrophe in a website.
Well, I did. I'm telling you, I'm a fucking proper speller. That's all I'm saying to you.
All right. Well, we can try this again.
Nash is on Dixie'sLap.com. Well, wait a minute. I got the Sleep Number fucking website.
Oh, you didn't
find any results for Nash is on Dixie'sLap.com.
NashIsOnDixie'sLap.com?
Yes.
Oh, I got a picture of Dixie Carter groping Kevin Nash.
Well, what the? Hold on. Now I've got to see this now. I typed it in the Google thing. I didn't type it in the search thing. Nash is on Dixie'sLap.com. Oh, now I got it. Okay.
And I don't want anyone to get in trouble, so I'll just give credit to Kevin, who apparently is a listener who created this. I don't know if he wants his last name attached to it, but this was sent to me.
Do you see what's down at the bottom?
The terms.
It says, text Jim to 64,000 WSJ wine terms. Well, there we go. Dixie has man hands also. All right. Nash is on Dixie'sLap.com, just for those so inclined.